this is another Immortal game.
Okay. With the
Well,
other
they
brother.
are well known. Everybody knows them because everybody, respected Fischer and looked what happened. I mean, they looked at his games and so on.
So you
He's,
said Robert and
well, if
Donald's
it's Robert,
brother?
if it's Robert, it's his brother, Donald and Robert,
So he has two Immortals with the...
Two Immortals with different brothers. I mean, with both brothers. So each one had an Immortal game, So, okay. So here, again, the opening, more or less, all right. I mean, nothing happens if you look, everything is almost the same position.
Yeah.
If white here played knight f3, it's the same structure. You see, knight f3 instead of e3.
Yeah.
He could even play knight h3 with the idea to come to f4, also normal position, nothing happens, you see. Well, this is the so-called Botvinnik idea with knight g2 and d3, but it's not passive, but allows black to have a little bit of play, so play a little bit different, you see.
Because of the knight here?
Yeah, the knight in e2. If it was probably better to have the knight in f3. The knight in f3 and castle, and it's almost the same position. Normally, nothing happens, of course. White doesn't take any risks. Like, if you have the same position after 10 moves, of course, the white is okay, no?
It's equal.
Yeah, but here is a little bit different. Okay, castle, and now b6. Well, he continues the same. I mean, he thinks, all right, no problem. I played the same thing with white, you see. So bishop a6, bishop a3. And here it starts, Rook e8 prepares e5. Now he could play maybe f4, but f4 is a little bit artificial because you don't play f4 with the pawn in e3, which is a little bit weak. Not immediately, but later on, you see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he allows e5, but if in such a position you allow the move e5, black is already all right. I mean, black is already better here. So queen d2, e5, of course. He took with the knight. And from here, again, the unpleasant diagonal, from a6 to f1. This is a normal move, rook fd1, but it was better to come with the other rook, rook ad1. That makes a very big difference. You'll see later on why. We explain. So he continues rook fd1, and now he played knight d3, excellent move. After knight d3, he controls, all the squares. And now, very big surprise. What happens here? Everything almost forced. Because the rook moved away from f1, this is possible, to give the knight for very, very strong initiative. So knight g4 check, of course. And now he moves there. Okay, knight takes c3. Okay, we see the result of this unusual opening. Black is much better without any risk and has a fantastic initiative here, you see. So he took simply in g2. You see, the best move...
Not the quality.
No, the quality is not important. The bishop from g2 is important because the bishop from g2 controls the white squares, you see?
Yeah.
And therefore, the king will be very weak without the bishop from g2, you see? So he continues. Now again, a very strong move, d4. He gives the pawn, again, for very strong initiative. The diagonal from b7 has to be opened, you see. This is the important moment, you see. So, okay, you have to take. You have to take in d4. Now check. Now look. He's piece down, but white is kaput. White is completely destroyed here, you see. We can look another possibility instead of king f1. For instance, king g1 or king f2. Okay, king g1. King g1, after king g1, simple. He can win at least the exchange with bishop takes d4, Bishop takes d4 check, queen takes d4, rook e1 check. Now, you have to move the king, because otherwise you lose the queen.
Yeah.
Yeah, now he takes with check in d4, and you lose the rook from a1. Exchange down for nothing, completely winning for black, you see.
Yeah.
You see? That was the alternative. So he played normal king f1. Okay. And now after simple move queen d7, white resigned. Look at this. If he gives one check in h3, it's finished. But it's no defense. You have no move. Yeah.
Everything is exposed.
No, you have no move. complete zugzwang with every piece on board, you know. Because of this fantastic diagonal from b7, you see. And mating attack, you see. This is the problem. That white is in very big danger in few moves to get mated, you see.
If he puts this one here...
Yes. If he puts there...
is this attack, I guess.
Well, yeah, that, of course, yes. Of
This
course.
attack.
Yeah.
The one you showed to me.
Terrible. No defense. One check. If he has time to give one check in this in h3, finished.
Yeah.
Yes. But everything was possible, you see, because he could get rid of the bishop from g2, who controls, you know, the defensive position from white, you see.
Yeah.
If the bishop is eliminated, then everything is possible, you know. But in a few moves, you know, everything was, you know, destroyed. A normal position, because it's almost immediately after the opening. A few moves after the opening. Everything theory, a real catastrophe, you see. Another immortal game. Yeah,
Yeah, beautiful. And
yeah, fantastic game, you see.
congratulations for the brothers.
The brothers. No, but, well, the problem was that if Robert had this game, this is a very big surprise that it happened so quickly, because Robert was a very strong grandmaster. He was between the first 3 or 4 in that time for the Olympic team of United States.
Mm-hmm.
And until the end, I mean, both of them are dead now. I mean, they, of course, because of their age. But afterwards, Robert Byrne was also well known because he did a lot of good things for chess in general. I mean, he was writing for about 20-25 years a special article in New York Times, and that was very good for the American chess and the world chess, you see. And, well, it happened anyway, you know. It happened, but, you know, if you lose like this, you know,
it's not easy.
You don't forget afterwards, you see.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Gheorghiu.
You're welcome.